Hey everybody, Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. I have a Stampin' Show and Tell for you today, and we're going to make this fun card with the Power of Hope stamp set bundle from the Celebration brochure. And I'm playing in the Case This Sketch Challenge this week. This is actually a retro challenge. This was number 7, lucky 7 for them, many years ago. So they're revamping the sketch, and I'm going to play with it and put it on the blog as my play along with them. And I actually made a second one too, done in the petal pink with the same set. So I've got 2 different cards, but I'm going to show you the yellow one today. But they're basically the same. As you can see, I've just turned the sketch upside down for one of them. So remember, a sketch is a place to start from, but it's not the golden rule. So you can change it however you want. So that's why I like playing in the sketch challenges, because they give you some place to start, but then you have to be creative around it. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how I put this really kind of simple card together. So it's a monochrome card, so everything's done in the So Saffron. And I'm using the vellum from the Perennial Essence bundle in the annual catalog. This is colored vellum. This one is So Saffron. You can also get it in the petal pink and the old olive. Those are the 3 colors that come in the package. You get 4 of each color, I believe. So what we're going to do is we're going to emboss our vellum. So I'm going to bring in the Big Shot. Now I am using the Stone 3D embossing folder, which is part of that Power of Hope bundle in our Celebration brochure. So if you have a $100 qualifying order, you can get that bundle as your Celebration freebie. So I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. Now this is a 3D dynamic folder, so I'm going to have best results if I use my blue embossing plate. So I'm going to run this through on my Big Shot. And the nice thing about this colored vellum, it's kind of like, it doesn't feel like powder, but it's kind of got that extra little texture to it. So it's really kind of cool. So there's my embossed vellum. That's going to become the front of my card. Okay. So now you know when you try to put vellum down, it's always really hard to hide that adhesive. So we're going to do the next piece first. So as you can see, I have this strip. Now I have a 2-inch strip, and I'm just using straight Memento black ink. So I have a 2-inch strip, and I'm going to use the tree for this sample. Now for the same size piece, I used the pagoda. So they both fit on the same size. So that wasn't a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my tree. Then I'm going to stamp my sentiment. This one says, "Today is a day for new beginnings." So I'll just need that every day, I think. So I'm going to stamp that under my tree. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in this new handy dandy paper trimmer. And you're going to say, where did you get that super small paper trimmer, right? Well, you can get it if you join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator during Celebration. So normally when you join, it's $99, and you get to pick $125 worth of product, and we ship it to you free, plus all of the business materials you need, catalogs and order forms and such not. And that's a great deal, but during Celebration it's even better. During Celebration, they're going to throw in this tiny little paper cutter. They're also going to throw in a sample set of the Designer Series paper that's in the annual or spring catalog, and also the Celebration catalog. There's a few different pieces of samplers in there. And you get to pick an extra stamp set from our annual catalog or the spring catalog. The only exception is you can't get Hostess sets or Celebration sets when you recruit, but your first order, of course, you could. So here's my handy dandy little paper trimmer. So I'm just going to slide this in. Now I think it's going to be about 2.5 inches. So here's my 2-inch mark. I'm going to slide it up to 2.5. Yep, that's about right. So 2.5. But I want 1/2-inch pieces for my steps here. So I'm going to cut those first. So first, I know I'm starting at 4 1/4. So I'm going to back it down and cut off a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to back it down 2 more and cut off another 1/2 inch. So now I've got my 2 little extra pieces, and then I can come down and cut off my 2.5 inch piece. There. So I did the same idea with my petal pink here, but of course this took more space. So when I put that in, I figured out this was about 2 3/4 inches. So I took my 2½ inches and then I cut that to trim to size. I do that a lot when I scrapbook too. I cut everything down and then mount it 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch bigger. So let's go ahead and put our card together. I've also borrowed this little trim piece from the Painted Poppies bundle from their dies, and that's going to create the little side embellishment here. So first things first, the side embellishment. So I'm going to flip over to this and I'm going to run a bead of snail along that edge. Okay. Then I'm going to put my trim down and I'm going to put this to it. So I'm just going to line it up, overlap it a little bit and press that down. Okay, so that just kind of takes those two pieces. Now, the pagoda was a little bit bigger, but I just centered it on that piece. Okay, so there's that. This is going to get popped up on dimensionals. So I'm going to overlap where I've got that seam of green and yellow, and these are also going on dimensionals. So 1/2 inch piece will take dimensionals just fine. You could always use the mini ones if you had a thinner piece. Okay, so I'm going to take my vellum, which is going to be the front of our card. I'm going to start with my tree. So I peel off those backers. And I'm going to place that about there. Now I'm going to take my two little rectangles here. Now I kind of looked at it with this set as kind of like a boardwalk walking up to that tree. That's the way my mind is looking at it. So, but it's just kind of a fun to have those open spaces between them. Now on the back, now that I have that on the front, I'm just going to add snail behind where I have that cardstock on the front. So now my adhesive will be hidden and my vellum will appear to be floating on my card. I'm going to flip that over to press it because I don't want to crinkle that vellum. I don't want to put any holes in it. So there's my card. Okay, let's finish stamping the rest of it. So on the inside, I'm going to stamp "Hope is the power that makes all things possible." So I'm just going to open my card, stamp that on the inside. If you wanted to, you could stamp the tree in there again. I'm just going to stamp this little lantern kind of off to the side. And then on my envelope, because if you're going to stamp your card, you really should just stamp your envelope too, right? So I'm going to put my little lantern there. And then there's this tiny little good luck greeting I'll put right there. So whether it's a new beginning on a new job, or a new family, or a new move, or just to brighten somebody's day, right, who needs a new beginning, there is the card. So again, I took the case sketch from the Case This Sketch, and I made my card with the Power of Hope Celebration bundle, and I used the vellum from the Perennial Essence bundle, and I have myself a fun little card. I'm really quite pleased with it. So I hope you enjoyed the project today. I hope you hop on over to blog, leave me a comment, let me know that you're enjoying my projects, and if you need the instructions, you can get them there. If you need the list of materials, you can get it there as well. So don't be a stranger. Come and visit me at pumpkinhillstampers.com. And if you want to sign up as a demonstrator and get this cool little paper cutter, plus the sample pack, plus an extra stamp set, all shipped to you for free for $99, don't hesitate, reach out. I'll help you get signed up, take all the benefits you can, and there's really no penalty if you drop in 6 months. So take advantage of what you can and enjoy all of our fun products. Alright everybody, hope you do some fun stamping today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.